This is the Roulette Master, and I'm about to introduce to you the #1 math-based roulette system of all time. That's what one of my subscribers calls this, and he says this is called the Posey Roulette System, which stands for Prime, Odd, Composite, Even. And I'm going to share with you exactly how it works and how he says this is the best math-based system that there is. And let's just jump right in and get started. And when this is over, I'm going to share with you which one of you sent this in, and this is going to be awesome. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's place the bets. We're going to start with some bets over here, and we're going to leave out the 9, the 15, the 21, the 27, the 33, and then we're also going to leave out the 1, 2, and 35. Everything else is going to get a bet. This is the Posey Roulette System, which again stands for Prime, Odd, Composite, Even. So let's go ahead and put those bets out there. And here we go. There's some rules for this one you're definitely going to need to know. And we have a 0 balance. Let's go ahead and spin, and I'll share with you how this works. All right, here we go. That is a 20 black. Okay, we won $8. You can see we're up 8. Let's just rebet. Once we take the 20 away, we're going to rebet and spin. And there's going to be some rules for this depending on how high the bets get. So make sure you stick around for all the rules because this is a fantastic system. And that's a $9 win. So we're up 17. We're going to take out the 25 now. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have a $26 total bet out there after we remove that. And here we go. That's a 22 black. That's another win, $10 win. We're up 27. Now we're going to remove the 22. So let's go ahead and do that and spin. And again, depending on what the bet sizes are, is going to change the game on this one. And I'll share with you how that works as we go through, as I said. So that's an $11 win. We're up 38. Let's go ahead and remove the 16 now. And one really cool thing about this one is when things get a little bit tough, that's when it actually allows you to recover easier. So that's a $12 win, and we're up 50. So let's go ahead now and remove the 7. And just like that. So now we have a $23 bet out there. And here we go. That's a 00. We lost that one. So with this system, when you lose, you go ahead and you double the bet. So let's go ahead and do that. Now we're at $46 total bet. This system is going to change when the bet gets over $100. And I'll share with you how here in a minute. That's a 15 black. We lost again. So now the bets we have to double, and we're at 92. We're not over 100 yet, so we haven't got to the new rules yet, but we're almost there. Let's see what we get here. That's a 19 red, and we got the win. So we're still not over 100. We're at $33 profit, and we're going to remove that 19 now. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we have an $88 total bet. If we lose any more, this is going to transform into something a little bit different here. And that's a 31 black. But that's a win. So we're up $89 now. Let's remove the 31. Okay. All right. Now we're at $84 total bet. And let's see what we get here. That's a 3 red. And we won. That's a $60 win. We're up $149. So once you get over $100 in profit, you restart. However, once we get the bet over $100, everything's going to change as well. We haven't had that happen yet. So make sure you stick around to see what happens when the bets get over 100. Now we're going to reset. So let's go ahead and put the bets back out there again. And remember, this is prime, odd, and then composite, even. So let's go ahead and place the bets. We're leaving out the 35, all those odd numbers on the top except for the 1. I'm sorry, except for the 3. Let's go ahead and do that. And we're leaving out the 1 and the 2. We fix those ones there. Okay, and there's our $28 starting bet. All right, here we go. And let's see how it goes this time. And we have a lot to get to on this one, so make sure you stick around for the whole video. This is fantastic. And that's a loss right out of the gate. So we're going to go ahead now, and we're going to double the bet from 28 to 56. So let's go ahead and do that and spin. And again, once the bets get over 100, the rules are going to change on this one. Right now, we're resetting if we get $100 profit. So that's a nice $16 win there. We're up 137. We're going to remove the 14. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have a $54 total bet out there. We're trying to get to $200 profit now. But again, if the bets get over 100, that changes. That's an $18 win. We're up 155. So let's remove the 5. And here we go. And now we have a $52 total bet out there. Let's see what we get here. That's a 24 black. And that's a $20 win. And we're up 175. Let's remove the 24 now. Here we go. And now we have a $50 bet out there. And I'm in Kansas City for my birthday this weekend. And hope you guys are having a great time as well. It's fantastic here. A lot to do in the Kansas City area. And we're up 197. So we're going to remove the 34. And here we go. Okay, now we have a $48 bet out there. Once we get to $200 profit, we're going to reset. But again, eventually this session we'll get the bets to 100 or higher. And when that happens, you're going to need to know what to do. So we lost that one. We're going to double to 96. And actually, if we lose again, you might see right here what to do next. But it's easier to show you as we go through here. That's a 20 black. That's a win, $48 win. We're up 197. Let's remove the 20. Okay, now we have a $92 bet out there. We're close to that $100 bet, but not quite there yet. And that's a 31 black. Okay, that's a $52 win. Now we've reached a new goal of $200, and our next goal will be $300. So we're going to start over again. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, these are the numbers we're leaving out here. It's real easy to remember, though, because they're all odd and evenly distributed up there. Let's go ahead and place the rest of the bets now. And we're leaving out the 1 and the 2, and then the 35. Just like that. So let's go ahead and spin, and we're back to base level. Our next goal will be $300 profit, and with the Pose roulette system. And again, that's prime odd and composite even, and that's an $8 win. We're up 257. Let's go ahead and remove the 29. All right, and one of my subscribers says this is the absolute #1 best math-based roulette system. That's a 7 red. Let's see how it goes the rest of the way, and then we'll find out. So we're up 266. Let's remove the 7. So here we go. Okay, and now we're at $26 total bet. And let's see what we get here. That is a 22 black. Fantastic. So we're up 276, trying to get to 300. We're going to remove the 22. Okay, now we have a $25 bet out there. All right, here we go, and that's a 6 black. Another nice win, $11 win. We're up 287. We're inching closer to our next goal, and we're going to take the 6 out. And we're at $24 total bet. Here we go. That's a 29 black. Okay, we lost that one, so we're going to double the bet from 24 to 48. We're still not to that $100 bet where the rules change, but make sure, I will definitely let you know what to do after that. It's really important. That's a 31 black, and that's a $24 win. So we are up 287. We're going to remove the 31. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we're at $46 total bet. And here we go. That's a 22 black. And we lost that one, so we're going to double the bet to 92. If we lose again, we'll get to the new set of rules. And either way, I'm going to share with you here shortly. That's a 17 black. That's a $52 win. We're up 293. We're going to take out the 17. So let's go ahead and do that. And now we have an $88 total bet. Again, one more loss, and we'll get to those new rules. That's a 25 red. That's a $56 win, and we have a new goal set. We got to 300. We're at 349, so we restart. And here we go. And the more you put these bets out, the easier it gets. And let's put them out again. Here we go. We're always leaving out the 35 and then all those odd numbers up top except for the 3. And then we're also leaving out the 1 and the 2. Okay, we're at, let's see here. We are, that's 26, that's not right. Let me make sure we, oh, you got to put bets here. There we go. Now we're all set. $28 total bet again. Make sure you see the 28 in case you don't bet on some of the numbers you're supposed to. And that'll give you a nice little reminder. That's a loss, so we're going to double the bet. And again, once we get over 100, the rules are going to change on this one. On the bets, that is. But we're still going to $400 profit, which is our next goal. We lost again. So I think our goal, okay, so we're over $100 bet. This changes everything. We do not try to get to $400 anymore. All we do now is we try to get 2 consecutive wins and reset. So once the bet gets over 100, the rules change. All we need is 2 consecutive wins. It doesn't matter where our profit is. And that's a 12 red. There's one of them. That's a $32 win. We're up $297. And then we're going to remove the 12. And here we go. So we're going to take the 12 out. And then all we need is one more win, and we can reset even if we're not in session profit. Because the rules change over $100 bets. That's a 0, and we lost again. But we still need 2 consecutive wins. So now we have to double the bet again, and we're at 216. So let's get a win here, and we need 2 consecutive wins. That's a 12 red. Ooh, we lost again. So it's a good thing we have our $2,000 bankroll on this one because now we're at a 432 total bet. Let's get a win right here. That's a 36 red. There we go. There's one of those 2 consecutive wins. So we're going to remove the 36. So let's go ahead and take that out. And then spin again at 416 total bet, and then we'll see where our profit is. It doesn't matter where our goal is anymore. Once you get over 100, it doesn't matter. But we lost again. So now we're at minus 299. We do have enough in our bankroll to double one more time, but this is the last time. So now we have to get a win. So let's get it right here. That's a 28 black. Okay, there's one win. That's a $320 win. We need 2, so now we're going to remove the 28. Okay, and that was very unfortunate losing all those in a row, but if we can get one win here, we'll be good to go again. That's a 27 red. Ouch, we just lost again, guys, and now we're at minus 779. We can't double the bet anymore, so now all we can do is spin at 800, and here we go. The rule's still that we need 2 wins in a row. There's one. That's a 352 win. We're going to remove the 17. So once we get 2 wins in a row, it doesn't matter where our profit is. Even if we're losing, we're going to restart. So here we go. That's a 35 black. And that is very unfortunate there. We have about $800 left in the, well, we only have we can't increase the bet anymore, that's for sure. So here we go. That's a 10 black. Okay, that's a 384 win. We need 2 wins in a row. So we're going to take the 10 out now. And even if we're down after 2 consecutive wins, we restart. That's an 11 black. Okay, there's our 2 consecutive wins, but you see we're minus 395. So that doesn't really work. We're going to have to get one more win. We're going to have to take the 11 out. So let's go ahead and do that. Because it would take forever to recover that. We need one more win. So if the bets get crazy high, I don't think that this has happened yet with this one. But when the bets get crazy high, you're going to need one more win. And now we're back up 53, and you definitely want to reset. Let's do that. So, but 99% of the time, after you get 2 wins, you go ahead and reset. And let's place the bets again. So here we go. And let's go ahead and put them back out there. And let's hope we don't get that many losses again. That's crazy. But it happens. You guys know as well as I do. When you play roulette, sometimes crazy stuff happens. And I don't think you'll see that happen again today, but you never know. let's see how it goes the rest of the way here. So let's go ahead and there's our $28 bet. Again, this is the Posay roulette system, the best math-based roulette system. And we just survived that one, but we had a really bad run there. So again, it doesn't matter if you lose these early ones like this. It's when you have a lot of consecutives late with any of these systems that you really can have some problems. And that's a 30 red. Okay, that's a win. And remember now, we're not resetting after 2 wins because our bets are below 100. So let's just go ahead and remove the number that we had here. And the one that just hit, which would be the 30, and spin again. All right, here we go. That's a 17 black. Okay, that's an $18 win. We're up 59. Let's remove the 17. Here we go. Okay, now we're at $52 total bet. And that's a 25 red. Okay, that's a $20 win. We're up 79. And we'll remove the 25. Okay, now we're at $50 total bet. And here we go. That's a 26 black. That's a $22 win. We're up 101. Let's remove the 26. And now we're at $48 total bet. And I really like this system. So even though we had some horrible spins in a row there and we got close to losing our bankroll, I don't think that's going to happen very often with this one. But let's see. We're going to keep testing this out. And let's remove the 8 now. And spin at $46 total bet. Because I really like the idea of just needing 2 wins once the bets get over at 100. And that's a 36 red. And it looks like the only time you'd ever have to do more than that is if you were on your last bet like we were. So let's remove the 36. Any other time, unless you were on your last bet before losing your bankroll, you would definitely want to reset after 2 wins once the bets get over 100. That's a 30 red. And we lost that one, so we're going to double the bet. But we're still not to 100, so we can still get as many wins as we need to until we get over 100. That's a 7 red. That's a $56 win. We're up 163 now. Let's remove the 7. And here we go. Whoops, sorry guys, I did the wrong one there. I don't know what I was thinking. So these other ones have 4. Let's put that one back to 4. Oh, there we go. So, okay. So now we're going to remove the 7. And we're at $84 total bet. I was thinking about something else there, guys. Sometimes I get sidetracked when I'm thinking about too much stuff at once. And, oh my God, we just took that one out and we lost. So now that new rule goes back into effect. Because we have to double to 168, now 2 wins resets us. So let's get 2 wins. That's an 11 black. There's 1 win. That's a $120 win. We need 2 wins. So let's go ahead and remove the 11 now. Okay, now we're at 160 total bet. And that's a 13 black. Okay, there's our 2 consecutive wins. Now we're back up 327. So now we start over. All right, here we go. And this is the Posay roulette system. It stands for prime, odd, and then composite, even. So let's go ahead and make sure we get these bets right. There we go. And there's our almost our $28 bet. There we go. And spin. And we'll try to get to the next $100 increment. But again, once you get over $100, that goes out the window. On the bets, that is, not the profit. On the bets. The $100, extra 100 in profit is the reset amount. So we're up 335. So we would reset at 400. However, once the bets get over 100, we get 2 wins, and then we that's it. So let's go ahead now. And we'll take out the one that just hit there, the 23. Let me take that one out. Okay, now we're at $27 total bet. And let's spin. That's a 5 red. Okay, that's a $9 win. We're up $344. So we can keep going as long as we want, as long as we're under $100 for the bet. So let's go ahead and remove the 5. Okay, and then spin at $26 total bet. Okay, that's a 24 black. That's a $10 win. We're up $354. Let's remove the 24. Okay, and spin at $25 total bet. And again, as long as your bets, are under the $100, you can keep going until you get to your next goal. We're at $365. So let's go ahead and remove the 7. We're trying to get to $400 profit now, and let's spin. Okay, that's a 31 black. That's a $12 win. We're up $377. Let's remove the 31, and here we go. Oops, I did it again, guys. Sorry about that. Thinking about too many things here. Okay, we're at $24 total bet now. That's a 2 black. All right, we lost that one. Let's double the bet and spin. And here we go. Having too much fun in Kansas City. Too many beverages, I think. That's a 30 red. Okay, that's a $24 win. And let's go ahead now and remove the last one there. And here we go, the 30 red. Okay, there we go. We're at $46 total bet now. The nice thing is in Missouri, the alcohol is all free, even the top shelf stuff. So the VIP room is a good place to be. And we're at 403. That's our next goal. So we restart and we place the bets again. And here we go. We fix those 2 bets. And there's our $28 bet again. And then we're off to the races again. Now we try to get to 500. And again, once the bets get over 100, that goes out the window. And you basically try to get 2 wins and reset. The only exception to that was when we got to where it was our final bet at a really large amount. Then you would need 3 wins. And but most of the time, 99% of the time, you would just get 2 wins and reset. So that's a $16 win. And we're going to remove the 4. Okay, now we're at $54 total bet. Let me know down in the comments what your guys' favorite mixed drinks are. And that's a 19 red. That's an $18 win. We're at 409. We're going to remove the 19 now, and let's do that. And spin it, $52 total bet. That's a 16 red. That's a $20 win, and we're at 429. Let's remove the 16. Trying to get to 500. I had a lemon drop mixed drink with blueberry in it this week that was unbelievable. That had sugar all over the edge of it and was super ice cold. Let me know in the comments what your favorite mixed drink is. That's not my favorite. I have a lot of favorites. So let's go ahead now, and we lost. So let's double that and spin. We're at 100, so the rules are out the window again. And 2 wins, and we reset. So let's get 2 wins. That's a 17 black. And that's a $44 win. We're at 423. And if you're ever at Circa in Las Vegas, they have the best mixed drinks. They're incredible, but they make really good ones in Kansas City too this weekend, and that's a nice win. We got our two wins, so we reset at 467. We don't worry about session profit anymore once that happens. So let's see here. We are up $467, and I think that's a pretty good test of this one. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of the Pose roulette system. This was sent in by Todd Hoover, and he says is the #1 math-based roulette system. Thank you, Todd, for sending that in. And if you guys want to send a strategy in, send it to roulettemaster.c gmail.com. And you guys are awesome. Continuing to have a great weekend in Kansas City, and hopefully have a fantastic time when I get back as well. But sure having a lot of fun right now, and love seeing what you guys think in the comments about all these systems. You guys are incredible, and hope you're having a great time wherever you are. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.